Toffee, my name is Nick and welcome to another episode of the Side Quest. Today's beer is called Midnight Toffee Stout by Untitled Art. And this beer is an Imperial Stout with cacao nibs, vanilla beans, Belgian candy syrup, and milk sugar. It is 12.3% ABV and brewed and canned by Untitled Art in Waunakee, Wisconsin. Now this beer is a collab between Angry Chair, I think they're out of Florida, and Untitled Art. I've had a barrel-aged stout from this collab before, and it was amazing. One of the best stouts I've ever had. Didn't do it for the channel, but did have it at a bottle share with family, and yeah, it was an awesome beer. I think it was the I think it was a German chocolate cake stout, and it was awesome. I loved it. So when I saw this, when I went back to San Diego, I had to pick up a can for myself. I love Untitled Art. I love almost everything they've done, and I wish they got distro here, but they don't, so I'll just have to settle for getting an odd can here or there. I'm very excited to taste this beer. Toffee is not a candy I usually eat, but when I do have it, it's pretty okay. So hopefully this tastes really close, I guess. But yeah, let's open this thing up and taste it, and I'll be right back after the pour. Alright, let's take a look at this beer. So during the pour, I noticed there wasn't a lot of head on the beer. It kind of didn't even build up at all. So I was a little bit worried, but now that I look at it, the carbonation seems fine. I see it rising in this beer, so I'm not too worried about it. When I put it up against the light, it is a super dark opaque. However, there is like a light brown at the edges, sort of like their other highly adjuncted beers that UA has produced. If you look at the legs on this thing, it's really high, sticking to the glass pretty well. It's a 12.3% beer, so I'm not surprised. Let's put a nose on it. Putting my nose on it, I definitely get a lot of the roasted malt that's coming through. It doesn't smell like coffee or anything like that kind of roasted. It does smell like roasted malt. There is like this sweetness that's going on in the background. Usually for their stouts that are not like heavily fruited or using a very what's this word? Very distinct aroma adjunct. Like I usually get that in this beer, but I don't. It's just roasted like a nice dark roast malt with like a sweetness in the back, and it does get a little bit of like an alcohol aroma. It's sort of like not necessarily like a burn, but you know it's there. But there's also like this nice softness in there, like they did add like a fruit or something like that, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it smells interesting. It smells like it's gonna be a strong beer. So let's try it. Cheers. All right, so UA's pastry stout is very distinct from what I can tell. At least now that I've had a few of their beers, kind of get their style. So it does hit you with those roasted malts, but it's also a lot softer. Like I was thinking it was going to be, to be honest, I actually didn't know. I didn't know what I was expecting. I was kind of expecting like a regular chocolatey stout, but it's a little bit more nuanced than that. The first thing that hits me is the roasted malt that comes through in the beer. It's like dark, slightly bitter, like roasted chocolatey, coffee-ish notes coming through, and then it kind of just like softens up. This beer is using vanilla, cacao nibs, and Belgian candy syrup and milk sugar. Now the vanilla is there, but it's super light. It's almost like a touch, like it's like a touch of vanilla, and the cacao nibs as well. It's just complementing that roasted malt. So overall, the flavor is pretty good. Belgian candy syrup, I've only seen that used in one other beer, and that was the Horace Mason Ale Works collab on that Golden Stout. That was the last time I've ever had a beer, I think, that had Belgian candy sugar or at least that I know of that had it, and I kind of got that kind of sugary sweetness coming out of the beer. Toffee is a caramelized sugar confection, so maybe that's kind of what they're going for. And then the body was really good, like nice medium thick body, so not super crazy thick, but it had like a really good mouthfeel to it. Did get a little bit of the alcohol, a little bit boozy. You do get like this alcohol spirit bitterness to it, but it's not so strong that it's overpowering this beer, and it kind of blends well with that roasted malt. But yeah, so far I like it. It's light. It's a lighter stout, so you're not like drinking straight Imperial, like that super umami soy sauce flavor. And you just get like this nice break with the vanilla and cacao nibs. So yeah, I dig it. Really liking it. It is 12.3%, so this is going to be a tough one to finish. Like I said before, 12-ounce cans are the way to go for me, at least in this kind of format. But maybe this beer is meant to be shared with somebody. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Enjoyed this one, and looking forward to the next beer, which is also another Untitled Art beer, and it's going to be my last one, and I'm going to be sad about it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Another great stout from Untitled Art.